Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, you see the title. Let's get right into it.
Hey you guys, it's
What's
Ruby.
up?
Now I have stayed at nearly every Las Vegas hotel and had some amazing
5
experiences
worst
and places that I
places.
totally recommend.
Let's see.
However, I've also had some really bad stays. So
Me
today I'm
too.
going to be sharing with you my
Some of
top
mine are
5
probably on this list, not
worst
gonna lie.
hotels in Las Vegas.
Make sure you
These are
guys
the
head over
ones
to
that
Travel
you need to
Ruby's
avoid
channel.
so you don't end
Check
up
out some of her
ruining your
content.
vacation.
Ooh. She does great stuff. If you're a Vegas connoisseur like myself, you probably already know who she is. If
So
not,
let's get started.
her
with
link will be in the
the
description.
least worst, the one that I think is not as terrible. Let's talk about Excalibur.
Really?
You can get a room at Excalibur for
Never
as
stayed
low
here
as
before.
$60 to $70 a night during the week. Now, the first time we stayed here, we were
Bruh. If Excalibur is at number 5, I hate to see what's at number 1. Because from what I'm aware, this is not a great place
in
to stay.
an absolutely filthy room. We walked into
Ugh.
a horror show. It smelled horrible. We did call down and they switched our room. It just has an overall feeling of
How has Excalibur not been revamped yet? I mean, they're doing everything else. Come on.
shabbiness.
Come on, Excalibur.
It's going to be very worn. I also noticed that the sheets feel like straight up sandpaper and the towels feel real rough. So you're just getting this kind of bare bones feeling to the rooms. On top of that, the casino floor, it is a large and lively casino. However, sometimes it can get a little stinky on the casino floor.
Speaking of casinos, comment below. Do you guys actually still gamble when you go to Vegas? It's becoming such known for such everything. You got of course, you got the nightlife, you got the shows. There's so much things to do out there now. It's not just a gambling town anymore. Comment below if you still do, and what's your favorite place to gamble at?
Or think like smoke, dirty diaper smell. It's really not my
At
favorite.
Dick's Last Resort?
The pool here is decent.
Classic.
And it's
Oh,
large.
that's not bad.
The chairs, again, extremely shabby, very rickety. The main drawback on the pool is you are going to have lots and lots of kids.
Those chairs look like ones you can find at the public pool up the street for a $5 entry.
Now, again,
Come on, bro.
this is a family-friendly property. It's designed for people with kids. They have a whole bottom floor that is an arcade. It's for people to come and bring their kids and play while they go up and gamble. So you have to keep in mind that you're going to see lots of kids running around when you are staying at Excalibur, which can be a drawback for some.
Facts. That's another point. Guys, I love my kids and all. I have 3 of them, but when I go to Vegas, I really don't want to be around kids.
I get why people stay
That's
at
just me, though.
Excalibur. It's affordable. It's not a bad spot, and it is on Strip. But I think if you spend just a little bit more, there are some significantly better options that smell a little nicer.
It's definitely
and
a budget
feel
hotel.
A little bit better taken care of.
Groovy. I like this beat.
Let's talk about my number 4 pick. We are going to talk about Rio.
Oh, I thought that
this
was...
one does have a caveat that it
Is Rio
has
still
exchanged hands. There is a new owner coming in, so we'll talk about that. Rooms right now start at about $80-ish over the week, so not crazy cheap these days. I have one word for you, and it's just abandoned. This
Right.
place kind of felt like you were in a shopping mall in the zombie apocalypse.
When was this,
The casino floor was a ghost town when we stayed here. There was absolutely
This might be an older
nobody
video. I
around.
don't know if
All the
Rio's
restaurants
open
were
still.
closed. The buffet is closed. Our room also felt incredibly dated. It was
It looks
extremely
decent.
90s. Now, the footprint of these rooms is amazing. They're huge. And it was very clean, so the housekeeping is doing a great job. But it was a tired room. And the neglect kind of continues over to the pool. The pool is massive. I bet in its heyday, this pool area was the spot to be. And that is kind of the theme of the Rio overall. Back in its heyday, it was amazing.
Right.
They have neglected the chairs. They have neglected the cabanas. Everything looks weather beaten to heck. And I'm hoping that one day maybe the Rio will become a place to be again because it did get taken over by Dreamscape. They're renovating. They
That's
are
what I
adding new
thought.
dining. However, I do have to mention that
I
the
know
Rio is
or it
not
was
in a
known
good
for what,
location.
like their Voodoo
It is
Lounge.
close to the Strip, but you have to walk over a highway overpass to get to the Strip. You can stay.
Guys, are you on the strip or off the strip type people? Like the main strip. I've got to be on the strip. I've never stayed anywhere else.
For this price point,
Never stayed off strip
really
before,
close to
but
Strip or on Strip.
I
As
gotta
of
be in
right
the
now,
action,
it's
you know?
just kind of this sad ghost town, and so it's one that I recommend you skip. Now for our number 3 worst hotel, we are going to be downtown because this is by far the worst stay I've had. Downtown has really been doing a lot with their properties.
Yeah,
They're
they have.
upgrading rooms. They're renovating casinos. They're adding dining. They're really giving the Strip a run for its money in terms of a value vacation. But
that new
one
Circa
property
hotel looks
is not doing enough for
amazing.
me,
I wanna
and we are
check
going to
that
talk
out.
about Hotel Apache at Binion's. Room rates start here as low as $50 per night, and they do not charge a resort fee. I think
Oh, that's
we
nice.
got the worst room they have in this hotel. It
Yellow
was very
wall.
tiny.
What the hell?
There wasn't even like any furniture really. There was actually no
That's
closet.
not
So our
good.
ironing board was just kind of like floating in the middle of the room. The ceilings were kind of tall for how small the room was, so it felt very cell-like.
Yeah,
And
I can
oh my
see
gosh,
that.
there was an adjoining room, and the crack in the door was easily 3 inches. So huge. You could totally feel like you were sharing a room with the people next door. It was not great. I also don't like the casino at Binion's. There are big empty spaces here, and the lighting is off. It's kind of too bright in here, and there's no music playing. So it's like very bright and very quiet, which is a strange atmosphere to be
But
gambling
probably very
in.
cheap to
They used to
gamble.
have tons of awesome memorabilia, and they've taken a lot of it out. I hope they do bring some of that back. They did bring back the $1 million, and it is free to take a picture with that. So that is totally worth checking out and very cool. We
That's
ate
cool.
at Top of Binion's. It's their steakhouse. The view was amazing. Our server was amazing. The food was just okay, unfortunately. Overall, I just don't find myself wanting to go into Binion's. I know it has a ton of history, and I know people love this place, but in terms of a stay, downtown there are so many great options. And even
They've
the Four
definitely
Queens, which
revamped
Binion's
downtown over the
owns,
last couple
I
years.
actually enjoyed my stay at Four Queens. I just think you should skip Hotel Apache. On
Circus
to number
Circus.
2 on our worst list. Let's talk about
Bruh,
Circus
how have they not done
Circus.
something with
I
this?
found room rates under $50. This is
Better be.
extremely affordable for being on Strip. So
Another one
the
with probably way
super
too many
nice
kids.
lady at the desk put us in what she said is the good tower, and our room felt so dated, so dated. We did have a duvet
not
cover
horrible, I
that had what
guess.
I'm hoping was cinnamon roll icing on it, and they even have a sign that says like if you take any of these items you're purchasing them. Like, so obviously they've had theft issues. They're very tired. The room is not great. The pool, again, I felt like I was in the zombie apocalypse. It's like in an abandoned parking lot, and it kind of feels like an abandoned water park. There's
Yeah.
these really tall slides kind of area, and then like a deeper pool.
They're the
but, like,
only
all
ones
the
out there.
signage and everything around the pool is incredibly
Ugh.
weather-worn. It's very strange. The buffet is absolutely abysmal. It's so bad. I feel kind of bad ragging on this place so much because it is kind of meant to be a family
Right.
place, and I know
I've
that's
never
what it's
been
for, and
inside there
it's
before.
not for me. And I have to say,
Don't
the
plan
circus
to either.
acts, they are great. They have a midway with midway games for kids. And then they have the Adventure Dome, which is like a fun theme park for families. So when you're on the casino floor, you're seeing these big families pushing strollers with babies, and also some sketchy people. There's just some sketch balls hanging out at Circus, and the combination makes me feel incredibly uncomfortable. The whole casino kind of gives me a
That's
little bit
quite
of
the
anxiety.
combination.
I just do not recommend Circus to you. I know it's incredibly affordable. I know it's got a family-friendly vibe. There are definitely better places for you to be.
Are we at number one?
Oh, my number one
Okay.
worst hotel in Las Vegas is the Oyo.
What is
You can find
this?
rooms here for $70 a night.
All right, so I did good. I haven't made none of the places I stayed that made the top five.
Which I have to say is insane. It
At
should
least
be
for travel,
no
Ruby.
dollars a night to stay here. I am not exaggerating when I say everything that you could think to be bad about this place happened to us. We got stuck in an elevator. A fire alarm went off while we were staying here. The room itself was like a bomb went off. Every piece of furniture in our room was destroyed. The lamp was all wrecked. The curtains were ripped and then stapled back together. Our closet was broken. Our entertainment center was broken. The sink was clogged. When I went to turn a shower
Jesus.
handle, it fell off. The room was a nightmare. It was a total train wreck. When we went down to the pool, there was garbage floating in it. There was caution tape and like the cover of a dirty magazine floating around in the pool, so that was really gross.
Talk
The
about a
casino
sketch
floor
hotel.
itself looks decent, but it is small. People come here because they have cheap beers and $1 blackjack, but guys, you
Oh,
can just go
see,
downtown
there
to
you
the
go.
downtown Grand. That property is really nice, and they have dollar blackjack and cheap beers.
Dang,
Gosh,
dollar
guys, there were people
blackjack.
sleeping in the hallway. It was so insane. If you haven't seen that video, go watch it. It is comedy. It's prime entertainment. For $70,
Is that where
you
the
can stay
Hooters
on
is? The
Strip
Oyo?
and have a much better time. So that is my list. Now, I want to have a disclaimer. If you've stayed at any of these places and you had a great time, that's great. I'm really happy for you. I'm glad that you had a good time there, but these are the ones that I personally think you should avoid. If you're looking for recommendations, I do have my top 5 best hotels for your money up on my channel right now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful and entertaining, and I will catch you guys all in our next.
There you have it, Travel Ruby's top 5 worst places to stay in Vegas. Hey, let me know if you agree, disagree. If you stayed at any of these places, make sure you head over to her channel, check her out, give her a like, comment, subscribe, all that other good stuff. My worst hotel that I've stayed in was the Imperial Palace. The old Imperial Palace. I think they changed that to, what's that new, I think it's like the new boutique hotel. It's pretty much center strip there. Can't think of the name of it right now, but obviously they revamped that one. So, hey, I did make the top 5. Let me know if you like this content, if you want me to see more, and I'll see you in the next one.